back to Rifleman 2.0, and today I'm going to discuss my small game hunting kit now that the small game season's opened up in the northern Midwest. So obviously, as you can see, I am no longer out in the field. I just got back in. Some lessons learned, some gear is going to get changed up, and some of the rest of it is in pretty darn good shape. So let's talk about what I got. So first and foremost, as you're going to notice, is this is not your average rig. This is actually a small game black powder rig. And this right here is none other than the Traditions 32 squirrel rifle. It's pretty sweet, very accurate rifle, but there's a couple things about it. Now before we get into all that, let's talk about what is all this stuff hanging off me right now. So we could talk about some of the very simple stuff, what's good, what's bad, and then kind of go from there. So I kind of looked like I walked out of the Civil War, right? Well, this is original 19th century trapper hunter gear, I guess you could call it, or some adaptation of it. Not true historian style, but close enough, right? So first and foremost, it's going to be your hunting bag right here. It's going to contain your very bare essentials of what you're going to need for maintaining your rifle. We'll get to that in a second. That gets a little bit complicated. This stripe right here is attached to my game sack. Pretty self-explanatory. Now you're going to see I have a hunting belt here. This is my regular field belt. So I got a dressing knife, my hatchet that I carry whenever I'm hiking and stuff like that, camping, whatever. I'm going to have a .22 pistol on my hip because there are coyotes out this way that do get pretty hungry. And if I got to put something down that maybe I didn't get the best shot, make it quick and easy, right? Because we don't want anything to suffer, obviously. Now what you see right here hanging from my neck is probably one of my most valuable pieces of equipment, my ball board. And I have one loaded there. I'm going to do a demo for you guys. But it's got a pre-patched 32, actually it's a 31 caliber ball ready in this little board here, and it just punches right through into the bore. I'll show you in a little bit. Now this is a Ted Cash snail capper, okay, and it's going to use the small style caps like the 10s, 11s. I had significant problems in the field with this. Loading from the bench, it's okay, but in the field it's all rattling around and it's not good. It's not consistent loading. I'm absolutely going to change this out. Now this is going to be a very basic field bag, but basic 32 ball starter. Haven't needed it yet. Powder flask with 20 grain charger. I know it's plastic, but hey, it works. Spare patches when I need to reload the ball board. And then of course, spare 310 ball. And otherwise, that's about it. It's about as simple as it gets. Now I'm going to do a quick demo on the Crockett rifle here on how to load her up and fire. So real simple. Obviously I know it's clear already because I've already been using it today. But set her down like that. Get your powder charger. And I know you're not supposed to load from the flask, but in the field, you don't have the luxury of bench loading. Get that. Make sure you get a good charge in there. You're going to have loose powder. It's just going to happen. That's how it loads in the field. Then you're going to take your ball board. Yeah, there's going to be a little cut there, except I got to put it back around my neck. But otherwise in the field, these would be around your neck. And the Ted Cash kind of rattles around a little bit, so another reason why I'm going to get rid of it. But anyway, the ball board just sits right on top of the board just like this. You just center it over the bore. And then it just swings away on your neck just like that. Super simple. Now here's where it gets a little bit complicated. Half cock, right? I'm going to try and charge it off of this thing. You hold it down like that, shake it out. Now sometimes you'll get a good one showing for you, and then it's kind of iffy, but it kind of goes all over the place. If it wants to load properly, you'll get them upside down, you'll get them sideways, and it's a mess. I'm going to replace it. And then, now she's ready to go. Take it to full cock, set trigger, and there you go. Simple, easy loading and firing. So I can hear the critics now, you don't have ear pro, you don't have ear pro. Well, when you're out hunting, you're not going to have ear pro. How are you going to hear your game running around in the bushes and stuff? And also when you're outside in the wide open, it's really not that big of a deal, especially when you're excited, auditory exclusion, the whole 9 yards. Plus, this isn't that loud, especially with the barrel being as long as it is, the sound's all the way forward. It's really not that bad, but I do wear eye pro because these caps, they can fragment and cause problems, and sometimes you get black powder spray back, so it is a good idea to wear some sort of eye pro. Luckily I got bad eyes, but hey, it works for me, right? So the objective today was squirrels, and I was going to go for rabbits if I can get them because they just came into season. I love shooting rabbits. They're some of my favorite game animals. Obviously, you know, I use them, I eat them and stuff. You never just shoot something just to shoot it, obviously. But using the Crockett rifle here, this is my first outing with this thing. Now I have sighted it in. I have made sure it's on target, okay? I didn't go out there blind. I sighted this thing at 25 yards, and I learned my holdover at 50 yards. What I did not account for was everything in between. The ball is still rising before it hits 25 yards. The ball starts dropping after 25 yards. So a little bit more practice needs to be done with this puppy. I missed a couple squirrels because of just that. I was shooting under them because the ball was still climbing at 15 yards. It is what it is. You got to learn. That's a happy squirrel. He got away today, but hey, at least I made off with a rabbit. Good eating later on in the pot. So that's it, guys. Short and sweet. Black powder muzzleloader rifle for small game. This is not a big bore. This is not a 50. This is not for deer. This is for small game. Rabbits, squirrels, and such. And believe me, this is more than enough gun to take care of them. Trust me, I was kind of shocked how well it did. But other than that, if you have any questions, comments, shout them out in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Catch you on the next one. Happy hunting.